We're doing the starter on the old 2008 F150 4x4 5.4 3-valve. She's been a pretty good truck, and it's paid for. So anyways, to get to this point, I'm sure if you're tackling your own starter, you know what's going on. I've actually pulled the old starter out, right here, and with the help of a good friend, I have the new starter in there already. And just for shits and gigs, like, this is what you're working with, this space. One thing I was told to do is to disconnect this assembly right there. That got us quite a bit of room, but again, that top bolt is what everybody seems to get stumped on, and I'll tell you, it's not very easy at all. But I'd like to walk you through how I did it. And again, I've had the starter out. I got the new one back in. There's two bolts holding it up somewhat plumb, I guess, or level you would call it. And I find that it takes a certain assembly of extensions and flexes. So I'm going to turn this sideways for you for a sec. This is what we got. We got a deep 13. This is all 3/8 drive. A deep 13. We got a swivel. We got a 3-inch extension, a 3-inch extension, and another swivel. When I went to take the old bolt out, I actually was able to use, instead of two 3-inch extensions, I had one 6-inch, but I find that there's a little bit of wiggle room, now that this is a longer assembly altogether, because going back in, you got to fit in a really tight spot, man. You'll see, so dig this real quick. I also put these two fancy wires on here. You know what, I should show you what that's for, kind of, sort of. Basically, when you're trying to put this thing back in the hole, or even take it out of the hole, with all these flexes on it, this thing wants to wiggle all over the place, right? Like a drive shaft with a hanger bearing with nothing holding it up. So when you're trying to put this bolt back in, I'll do this kind of square so you can see it. To get this whole assembly in there, you got to bend it like a contortionist. So when you go to try and find the hole that this thing goes into, this thing has a tendency to do this on you, which means you can't get this square in the hole. So what this wire here is for, thank God for hillbillies, you're able to pull that back and get it square in the hole, and then you can kind of get it started. But what you need to do is it's actually kind of simple. It's really scary, but it's kind of simple. Let me get my other light up here for you. There we go. Got some light on the subject. Alright, here's the spaces we're working with. This one extension is going to I'll go slow, right down there. So you gotta take this puppy down here like this. Keep your wires so you can grab them later, like so. Take note of the small amount of space, man. This is you really actually are working blind. So I'm not gonna, I only got two hands, and I'd like to do this here with another person to help you guys out, but this thing, basically, you have to find your way to get that bolt in that hole, which honest to God, I can't even attempt to do it right now. Then you need to stuff, keep your wires out, you need to stuff that, let me do this, you need to stuff those, that whole assembly, there you go, alright, kind of need that. Oh, fucker. And yes, the swear jar is full from this job. Stuff this back here, turn this swivel back this way, and jam her down there with that bolt in that hole, because with your other hand, not holding a camera, you've got this monster extension here already in place. I'll back up a bit and try and wiggle her out so you can see how it goes in there. Pick her way the hell up here. I don't know where it's going. Hopefully you got skinny hands. And out like that. So in general, here, let me do this. Back behind all this crap that you can't work with is this I'm going to guess it's a 2-foot, 24-inch extension. Monster. Connected in to that assembly that you just put in there. Now with these wires on here, you can guide that bolt square back in that hole, and if you have any fucking luck at all, it'll be a beautiful thing. First time I had to change this starter in 10 years. I say Ford did something pretty good. So I'll deal with the curse words and whatnot, and hope you guys make out. Cheers, gentlemen.